All right, so we know that if the Chiefs were to win, that'd be three in a row, 4 out of the last 6 years. Obviously, clearly a dynasty. You and I were talking conversation about, and they were saying, why do they get hated so much? And Tom Brady even said, man, I don't get why they have so much hate because I believe they've been doing it the right way. Here's what TB12 had to say.
Well, I'm broadcasting the game, so I don't really have a rooting interest per se. The only thing I root for in these situations are great games. I will say, if the Chiefs win, I will be very happy for them. I mean, what they've achieved is unmatched. And I think that's cool because people always hated on us for so many years. And I didn't understand it because all I did was we try to do things the right way. We try to go out there and compete for our job and win. And like, there's an excellence that I appreciate about people who are doing other things at really high levels because you understand the commitment that it takes for them to do what they're doing. And like, to be in this country and to not cheer for excellence is beyond me. Like, I think it's incredible to see this team withstand all the adversities they faced over the course of not just this season or last season, the year before. They just plowed on. Nothing's distracted them. They've just continued to push forward and win a lot of games. And, it's going to be a terrific game because there's a lot on the line for both teams.
TB12 there, shocked that Americans don't necessarily like
Well,
this team.
first of all, he has revisionist history.
What, you don't think he was doing it the right way?
Tom Brady cheated. Bill Belichick he was suspended for 4 games. Bill Belichick had the highest
Half a
fine,
mil.
highest fine for any head coach in NFL history. They had Deflategate. They had Spygate. Even after that, what was the one at Rob G in Cincinnati where, remember, they got busted again recording the signals of the Cincinnati?
Yep.
Like, that happened way after Spygate. It was another situation. You had
Tuck rule.
the Tuck rule. There's all kinds of stuff.
Let me just throw out some more for you.
Yeah,
Tuck rule.
but there's and even Eric Mangini, who was on his staff,
Was like,
who
don't get me going.
Right, who called them out and say, "Don't do that to me. I know what you guys do." Like, to me, that was Tom Brady act like nothing was going on, and he can't understand why people weren't rooting for them.
No, so yeah, there's two different things.
No,
One, I get his point that the shock of like, man, why don't people like dynasties anymore? I can understand his shock with that. But to your point, Tom Brady acting like they were just this innocent, lovable team. Like maybe you said, and it was hard to call them a dynasty because they didn't win like back-to-back or back 3 in a row. But the Spurs wasn't really much to really not like about the Spurs for the most part. So I could see if he was referencing them. Right, I'm saying because they didn't win. But I'm saying I could see if he was referencing them. I think there's a couple of things. What he was referring to is greatness loving greatness. You ever notice how Michael Phelps loves Usain Bolt, who loves Kobe, who loves Mayweather? There's a greatness thing. Serena loves all these people because they literally, and this is the part I agree with, they understand what it takes to be great. But, not great, be just great. Be great for a sustained period of time. So there isn't a natural affinity for them like, man, y'all don't understand what he's going through, what she's going through, what that team is going through to be great year after year after year after year after year. So they do appreciate that. But I think there's something that's changed to me where we don't like dynasties. And I was really thinking this through, me and Rob G. If you look at like the 2000, 2001, 2002 Lakers when they won Shaq and Kobe, that's really like the last time people, for the most part, maybe outside of Boston, but you didn't really overly hate them. You might have, I'm tired of them, but you didn't hate the Lakers. All right, the Lakers are up. They're playing these different teams. And I think what happened was the shift in culture where we started to, like, disrespect greatness and we like to hate greatness. It was cooler to have the negative comment on social media than the compliment comment, right? The negative comment is going to get more reaction. The negative is going to get more clout. When you start these debate shows, I have to find ways to nitpick, right? So if I'm Kobe LeBron, well, I have to nitpick and bash the other guy in order to have the conversation. And that's kind of become the culture now. So when you're having this sustained success, we are tired of it, we're over it, and it's easier to dislike or hate it or, again, to have negative responses to it. I don't think we're going to see a dynasty again where, to Tom's point, why don't you love it? I just don't see that happen again. I think it is human nature, especially now, to be sick of it, to be fatigued of it, to be tired of it, to want to nitpick at it. and then not necessarily as he wants to sit back and appreciate. Like, I don't know if people hated the Steelers in the 70s. I know people didn't really hate the 90s Cowboys. Obviously, if you're a rival in your division, that's a little bit different. But universally, nobody really hated them like that. I don't think we'll be to that era again where you'll be, all right, I'm cool with the dynasty, whatever, it's cool. I'm not really mad at the dynasty. I think it will be, oh, my God, I'm over it. ABC, anything but the Chiefs. I think we'll get more of that moving forward.
Yeah, I totally disagree. I just don't see. I think the dynasty and the idea on why people push back is because they think they're marred and they think that they're not organic or real. The Cowboys were 1-15 when Jimmy Johnson started. And Emmitt Smith got their butts kicked, right? Mm-hmm. And Troy Aikman got their butts kicked to the Lions. Mm-hmm. And they had to build their way, and they built into it. They had a great coach. They had great pieces. They were all Dallas Cowboys, right? Michael Irvin, all those guys. Troy Aikman wasn't great from day one. They built, and they won 3 out of 4. People respected the Cowboys and what they did during that era. The Yankees and Derek Jeter, this wasn't some free agent team. Mariano Rivera from their minor leagues. Derek Jeter, Bernie Williams, Jorge Posada. These are all their players that the Yankees finally got it right, and they won 4 out of 5 World Series, right? 3 in a row, 4 out of 5. People were like, my God, this is a great team. It's hard. You're hating Derek Jeter for what reason, right, during that era? I think that and the Lakers, when they had Shaq and Kobe, we saw 2 guys. Kobe was there from when he got traded, rookie, whatever. They got Shaq. They paired 2 great players. They had their three in a row run. People were thinking they were going to beat the Pistons, and of course they didn't. But they won their 3. I didn't hear people ripping on them. The reason that people have pushback, to me, is not that they hate greatness. They don't like the idea of what they perceive as the Patriots, if the tuck rule or the cheating. They got suspended. They keep doing this. With the Chiefs, it's about the referees and some of the stuff. When they beat the Bengals and Tom Brady got pushed out of bounds and then they moved the 15-yard penalty. Patrick Mahomes, and then they got the field goal. And you know what I mean? Like, they keep watching these kind of things and going, God, do they have to help them? They're already great. They got a great quarterback. They got this great coach. So it makes you not feel good about it because you feel like they're getting extra help. And that's what they had with the Patriots. It's like, what is this? You touched Tom Brady, my God.
He got the calls.
He
got
calls.
Talk about it now because,
right?
Tom, you were a beneficiary of many of
you
those
saw
calls.
the games?
Yeah.
God, you better not touch Tom Brady.
I'll add, too. I think there's a reason why. So, like, I literally have, we know too much, we see too much, we discuss too much. And what I mean by that is, back then, you saw the game, but you didn't see every Cowboy game, every Laker game, unless it was a national televising. Now, you got Red Zone, so you see everything. We have social media, we have streaming, so I see everything. So every call, Troy Aikman could have got a call that you didn't even know about. You didn't know about that he got a call because it just wasn't published like that. It wasn't out there like that. Every little quote that Emmitt Smith might have said or something, we didn't even know about it.
But you
now
know what?
Every single thing is publicized. Everything. Every call, every non-call.
I don't disagree with that.
So I just think we're inundated with so much, so it makes you go,
I think it's gambling, though. I think
I don't argue. I don't disagree with that.
I think people watch games closer.
I don't disagree with that.
Because they have money on riding on it, and the NFL wasn't built on that. Like, people gambled. You had to be like,
it was seedy.
It was seedy.
Now it's like,
right.
You got the networks promoting it. You
exactly.
got their own stuff.
ESPN bet or Fox bet or whatever. Yeah. And so it's totally different. So when you see that call, like, you're not only mad that Patrick Mahomes got it, but he cost you. They just cost me money on this game. I told you about the punter running out.
To get them extra to get
the
safety. Yeah, 2
points. Like you just you cost me money.
Yeah.
So then they start to be like, and the Chiefs also don't cover.
You
just talked about
horrible.
They don't cover. So
trust me, burn me on our pick'ems.
So you know that, and people keep betting the Chiefs, thinking this is the Chiefs from 4 years ago. They're not.
So no, the betting absolutely plays a role, but I think you couple that and the attention that's paid because of the betting, and attention that's paid because every scroll. So I look at it like this: if Patrick Mahomes got a favorable call. If I go on my timeline, Bleacher Report, Fox Sports, ESPN, Barstool, and you keep flicking, and that's in your face. You've never seen it like that before, where you might have been a call, you missed it, you didn't even know. Your boy told you, oh, really, I didn't even know. You open your phone, and literally, Sports Illustrated, the first 12 things you're going to see. When Luka got traded, I opened my phone. Every single thing for 40 swipes.
Right, but
look.
But I agree with that. But if Tom Brady and them didn't cheat, you know what I mean, and Bill Belichick didn't get suspended, then you still wouldn't have been. I think people would have warmed up. People should have celebrated the Patriots, and instead they couldn't. People should be celebrating the Chiefs here, and I'm not the only one. ABC.
No, I think a lot of people are tired of them.
There are
for
a lot
sure.
of people because they also.
And don't it seem like if you dated the hot star, one of the literally famous women in the world, wouldn't that have been great normally?
Rob G
when
married
did that
her.
we be? Yep, shout out to Rob G. Shout out to
He
your wife.
married her.
Wouldn't that be? But historically, if so-and-so was with Madonna, that was huge. Like, it was celebrated.
Yep.
But he's with Taylor Swift, and in 2024, 2025, that is, oh, my God, I'm tired of Taylor Swift.
No, because
they show Madonna all the time back in the day with Dennis Rodman or whatever.
Not
it
like
was,
this.
No,
Oh, God.
and that's my point of we're inundated now, where it naturally makes you go, oh, my God, I'm tired of it. If Madonna was showing up, not if, when she's pulling up at Laker games, but, man, Madonna in the house, look at that. And it was just a different era. When you had these power couples in the 80s, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, it was like, wow, it was coveted. It was like, oh, show us that. Because we're inundated, because you can literally watch the game on your TV and then go on your phone and see Taylor Swift. She's literally on my phone in my face and in my eyes as I'm watching the TV. I just think there's too much of it. So my last point is, when the Cowboys are having issues, Michael Irvin having off-field issues, if that was current day, it will be the number one.
Yeah, but
every show, first thing first. If Michael Irvin is ruining this, he's hurting his team, and we'll be talking more so than just in Dallas.
But I understand your point on the proliferation of the media and that stuff. But you still have to commit those things, and I think that is
they was committing them, Rob. We just wasn't talking. They've been committing it since humans were born.
But they were not. Coaches weren't getting suspended.
If you don't think coaches had bounty gates and other gates going on, we just didn't hear about it?
No, I'm talking about being suspended by the league, and that's where the brand of cheater is real. It ain't imagined because they got hit for that. They burned the tapes for Spygate. Tom Brady destroyed his phone.
That man said, give me that phone. Give me a sledgehammer.